Welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to learn patching. This involves assembling NOP instructions, also known as no operation instructions, and the patching process itself. So let us begin. Let us open this in x64dbg. Now we run to the entry point, F9, and then we look for the string try harder and put a breakpoint here at the point where it is supposed to jump. In the last lesson, we saw that we should not allow this jump to take place. If this jump happens, it will display the bad message. What we want is for the jump not to take place. Instead, we want it to go to the next call, which will show the good message, which is our flag itself. And then what we did was we toggle the zero flag like this so that the jump would not take place. So if the jump will not take place, the call to show the good message will happen. However, when we toggle the flag like this, it is only temporary. It is not permanent. Let me demonstrate. Let us put the breakpoint here first. Then we run to the breakpoint. Now the jump will be taken, but let us toggle the flag and then click on F8, and as you can see, the flag is shown. But if we were to restart and rerun the program, this toggle will be reverted back to its default state. Let's take a look. Now if I were to rerun to the flag again, if I will rerun to the jump again, notice that the jump again will be taken, and we again have to toggle the flag. So in order to avoid having to keep toggling the flag every time we run, we can make it permanent. So the way we make it permanent is we have to modify the instruction here. So there is an instruction which you can use in order to remove this instruction, and that instruction is called NOP. NOP stands for no operation instruction. So we can substitute this with NOP so that this instruction will never take place. To substitute this with NOP, we double click it or press the spacebar. And then here, make sure that we check the fill with no ops checkbox. And then we type NOP in here. You can type it in uppercase or lowercase, it doesn't matter. And then press OK. So now close this dialog box and you can see the jump instruction has been replaced with 2 NOP. Why does it replace with 2 NOP? Because the original jump instruction used up 2 bytes. So we need to replace the 2 bytes. That is why we have 2 NOPs. So now that we have replaced the jump instruction with NOP, we do not have to bother about the zero flag anymore. So to make this permanent, we can save this exe executable as a new file. So to do that, we click on File, select Patch File, and then here it gives you a summary of the patches. So there are 2 patches. One patch is here, another patch is here. So let's patch file, click on the button Patch File, and then give a new name to your new file. I will choose the old name and append the dash patched behind the name. Notice you have to maintain the .exe extension because it is an executable file. Click on Save to save the file. Click OK and close this dialog. Now you can test your new file by opening it and selecting the patch file. Just say yes, yes again, and now your new patch file has been loaded to memory, loaded into x64dbg. Click on F9 to run to the entry point, and now you're at the entry point. So if you scroll down and look at the string, you will see that previously there was a jump, but we have replaced it with NOP, and an NOP still maintains, meaning that it is now permanent. We do not have to use any zero flag, toggling zero flag anymore. So over here we can put a jump, put a breakpoint. We can put a breakpoint over here or anywhere here, so that the program will pause and show us the output of the new message, which is supposed to be the flag. So let's put a breakpoint maybe over here, and then run to this breakpoint by pressing F9. So now we are at a call. If we were to F8 now, it will execute the call. Press F8 and see the output in the terminal. F8, and you can see it prints the flag to the terminal. So this is now permanent. If I were to remove the breakpoint, however, and rerun it, F9 to go to entry point, and notice now there is no breakpoint. If I were to rerun it, it will execute and terminate the program because there is nothing to stop it. So we still need to have a breakpoint. So let's try again. Restart. Run to entry point by F9 by pressing F9, and then make sure you go and put your breakpoint at the somewhere here. And then run to the breakpoint by pressing F9, then press F8 to see the output. Okay, so we still need to have a breakpoint in order to pause the program at the correct place to see the output. Another place to put a breakpoint is to put it after the call. So you can put a breakpoint maybe over here or over here, anywhere you like. So you can put a breakpoint over here even, or here. So let's put a breakpoint here. So if you put a breakpoint here, now when we rerun, press F9 to go to entry point, press F9 to run to the breakpoint. You can see immediately it shows the printout on the terminal because our breakpoint is after the call. So this call is executed, and then it shows this flag. Then it comes to the jump. The jump will jump over the bad message and go to our breakpoint here and stop. Okay, so this is how we patch our file using the no op instruction to override or remove any jump that we don't want to happen. And patching itself requires the use of the command file, patch file. Okay, so now I'm going to pose a challenge to you, and you can try to solve it as an exercise in patching. So at the moment, if we were to remove any breakpoint and run, as I mentioned earlier, it will not pause. It will just run, execute, show the message, and quickly close the program. So can you find a way to patch the program so that when you run it, it will stop. It will stop at the message over here. That means it will show the message and it will not quit. So can you do that? So if at the moment, if you were to try to run it from command line, it will also not stop at the message. Let me show you. If I were to go to if I were to run the bash file, notice that it executes and it doesn't display anything and it quits. So can you now find a way to patch the file so that it will show the message and stop there and will not exit the program? Okay, so just try to patch the file in such a way that it will run, show the flag itself, and pause there without exiting and without using any breaks, so many breakpoints. So that is a challenge for you to try to solve it, and I will show you the solution in the next lesson. I will give you a tip. If you want the program not to quit but to stop and show the message, you should use jump. So that's the hint. You should patch the file with jump. So earlier on, I taught you how to patch the file using NOP. So I repeat, in order to patch the file, you must double click or spacebar and then type in whatever new instructions you want to use to override the earlier instruction, and then click OK. Make sure you check this box. This is very important. Check this. So this process of overriding or changing or modifying an existing instruction is also known as assembling. So when you assemble, you are actually changing the instruction which is already there. Okay, so that's the tip. You should now modify this to jump somewhere so that it will not quit the program. So give it a try. See you next lesson. Thank you for watching.